Hey, do you have some last-minute shopping that you gotta do? Well, there's nothing better than a gift card for store.saygoodnightkevin.com. That's the official Say Goodnight Kevin store. Get it right now! Or whenever you want to get it, but get it! Merry Christmas, everybody. It's me, Kevin, your best friend in the whole wide world. Today, I was thinking, after reviewing the movie Mr. Scrooge to See You, in that video, I made a reference.
Man, I think my parody of Scrooge is better than this.
It's not, but it made me think, I could dish it out, but can I take it? Let me tell you a little bit about the story behind this before I jump into it. 6 years ago, from right now, I started a different YouTube channel. I had done podcasting for a long time. I always thought, man, I should have started a YouTube channel instead. If I was putting all the work that I'm putting into podcasting into a YouTube channel, I would have a lot more views. And you know what? That's turned out to be true. So what happened is, kind of my life circumstances landed me in a situation where I was working for my sister and her husband. I was filming weddings and that sort of thing. Not my favorite thing, but I was doing it anyway. I was like,
man, let's start a YouTube channel.
I don't know whose idea it was, but I think I probably pushed it because that was always something that I wanted to do.
We've got this equipment, we're filming weddings. What if we, for fun, did a YouTube channel, and for work,
to pay for kind of the equipment, we did what we're doing. They were like,
yeah, let's do it, let's do that.
The idea was, let's build up our skills. Let's really challenge ourselves. We were going to try to do kind of little short films every 2 weeks, which is very different than what I do now.
My channel is just me, by myself, making stuff, which...
And probably as we go, you'll learn why I prefer it that way now. Making short films, for one, isn't easy, but then just the collaborative effort that it takes could be really stressful. Everybody wanting different things. Here, I'm gonna lower this. There we go. Oh, wait, hold on. Whoop. Wow, cool. Working with family also could be really frustrating. Basically, what we ended up doing was fighting all the time. It was no fun. So this wasn't the last thing that we made, but the whole falling out of everyone happened after I'd written the script and we'd already filmed a bunch of stuff. Very stressful situation. And on top of that, I guess I felt like I wasn't that good of a director. I get this feeling sometimes whenever I work with other people, I get this guilty feeling like, oh man, this is something that I really want to do, but it seems like nobody else around me actually wants to do this thing. And so that's probably why I end up just doing videos on my own. Anyway, I wanted to be a director of sorts at that time. Jamie Costa, who is in this video, was really the only actor, a real actor that I knew. One time he was on America's Got Talent.
You told me that you were an All-American baseball player in college. What's the deal? Well, I was All-American. But it was more of a kickball league. I did own the Texas Rangers. Oh, Lone Star State, don't forget.
No, for excellence. Man, that's tough.
I didn't know him very well. I mean, we lived in the same town at the time, we knew some of the same people, and we'd met a few times, but mainly what I knew about him was his impersonations and some of the characters that he did, so I kind of wrote the script around him and his abilities. And so here we are, we filmed some of the stuff. I had scheduled him to come and be in my video based on his talents. He's really good at doing impersonations and things like that. And then me and my family, we all had this big fight. I had to call him and say, hey man, I'm really sorry, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it. And then I called him again and said, hey, I think we can if you could show up, and it's Christmas time. It was really embarrassing for me, but he was a real sport and very generous and kind enough to actually show up and help me film this thing. And I haven't really talked to him much since this, and maybe he hates me because this film wasn't all that good. Or maybe he just is like, boy, that was the best thing I ever did. I could never live up to that again. So now you know a little bit about the background of my little short film, which is just a parody of A Christmas Carol. I'm making all these excuses. I mean, any director could make these types of excuses. Let's hold my film up to the same standard as other films. I guess I say that there's no budget, but actually there is a bit of a budget because I think I had $20 is what I spent. I bought a feather, some makeup, that was just about it. Also, this house that we filmed in was a friend who I didn't know very well. It was her parents' house, and she said, yeah, you guys can film in my house, but just clean up afterwards. So she was not home. We made a big old mess of her parents' house, but we cleaned it all up. I don't believe that guy has real gray hair. So we used cotton balls for my beard.
New outfit?
Oh, Michael.
Oh, yes.
Michael was a good friend. He was my roommate for a long time whenever I lived in Charleston at the time. Here's my awesome British accent.
Costume shop down the street was having a sale. Got the whole bit for £300.
Sounds like a bargain, sir.
That it is, Bob, that it is.
So, would you like me to bring in more paper?
More?
Little Oliver Twist reference. Wrong movie, Kevin.
Your words hurt more feelings, they do.
Get out of my office, Bob Cratchit! Get out!
Wow, what a Scrooge!
Sir?
Oh yeah, great job, movie! I can see the lighting in the reflection of the window there, Kevin. I remember after filming this scene, Michael was like, hey, I kept on leaning over because you kept on getting in the way of the lens, and it's not that I wanted to hog the camera, but I also wanted to be in the scene. So I don't know why he didn't tell me, but that's why he's like leading, and my head is taking up most of the frame. Great framing, Kevin.
Humbug. Bah.
Go away! Leave me alone!
Kevin, that was not funny.
Bob, I thought I told you to leave me. Marlene!
Look at these special effects. That's my sister.
Peace out.
That's it. That's the entirety of the Jacob Marley scene. Because we wanted to keep it under 5 minutes. I wanted to keep it super quick. Every ghost is just like, boom, one line, boom, so quick, so fast. Also, the joke is kind of lost that we dressed up Marley as Bob Marley instead of Jacob Marley. I think it's kind of funny. Look, you can see the boom mic in there, the light in the shot. Man, now I would just fix that. I could just replace it with all these other windows. But I didn't know better back then.
Hi! Remember this?
This was difficult because we had to film them on green screen. I was the only one who kind of had the vision of what this was going to look like at the end, so we kept on doing green screen shots, and they were like, wait, are we supposed to be facing this way? I'm like, no. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. I didn't know how to make the shadow of him on the desk, so I took a piece of paper and put it in front of him so that you wouldn't have to see it.
What's the matter?
I can't put my arms down.
Pretty good. Stealing jokes from
I was a kid.
other Christmas
I was
movies.
so young and happy. Before I was a writer, I was just happy.
Oh yeah, Scrooge is a writer instead of a financial person.
How about this?
Why? It's my old friend Marlene. We were school.
My entire childhood was basically a Christmas story.
Lisa Wild Buck.
Yeah. Funny I made this black and white because we spent a lot of time working on making sure the makeup looked good because this wasn't cold outside.
Book about the rich history of Christmas in the United States. That's perfect.
That's right. The book it did used to be about Christmas.
Wow. I guess today's Scrooge is heading up the war on Christmas. I forgot that I had written Let There Be Light before the movie Let There Be Light. I guess Charles Dickens might have written it before me.
My, how things have changed.
Oh, hi, Scrooge.
Are you the ghost of Christmas present?
Yes, it can be taught. You ain't never seen a ghost like me.
I didn't know how to direct him because I wanted him to be more like the genie. You ain't never had a friend like me. But I don't know if he could do that. He could play one note Robin Williams. So we put a green screen behind the window. That's what we should have done for the whole thing.
Don't look at this. Look at this.
Hello, family. I'm home.
Bob. Tiny Tim is gonna die.
What?
If you don't start making more money, Tiny Tim is gonna die.
Oh no. I wish I didn't have such a jerk for a boss.
Is Tiny Tim going to die?
Well, I see an empty seat and a crutch with no owner.
What does that even mean? Does that mean he's going to... You must be the ghost of Christmas future. I know what you're here to say to me. Please.
Great post-production smoke there, Kevin.
I fear you more than most, Spirit. Please. I know you cannot speak to me, but show me what... Spirit, are you trying to say something? Excuse me, I can hardly breathe in there. You're the ghost of Christmas yet to come?
It's kind of funny, not funny, but kind of funny. It doesn't make sense. Like, one is Robin Williams, then this one is like his own little character. It's actually not a parody of anything. It's just a hodgepodge of things that I guess we're working within what we have. You know, that was kind of the idea. We worked within our means.
You look like one of my cats. Have I shown you my cats?
How could you have... Of course not.
Oh, well, let's go.
What is...
See, we really destroyed this person's house.
Is this what my life is to become if I don't change, Spirit?
No, this is my house, and I wanted to show you sparkles.
Please don't let my life become a wasteland of dismal sadness like the person who lives in this wretched, awful place. I can change.
Well,
the pacing's a little off.
Exactly how I was supposed to get there, but I guess.
Wow, look how skinny I used to be.
My job here is done.
I don't think I'm any skinnier or fatter now, actually.
I guess Bob Cratchit will have to get more paper. Bob Cratchit? Yes!
Using a little 11-7 song. Look at the dog.
Cratchit.
That was the dog of the people's house that we were at.
You get a raise. Where's Tiny Tim?
This was the last film, the last scene we filmed. Back whenever we used to, like, actually put credits on our videos. And then editing this was really stressful. Anytime I do, like, Christmas stuff, it's really stressful because there's an expiration date. That's a good song, 11-7. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a movie that was. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It was super stressful to make. I actually I don't know. It was stressful. I did not necessarily enjoy doing it. I think it turned out better than I thought it was going to, and still is pretty bad. It's actually kind of hard to look at it objectively. It's hard to look at it and say, oh yeah, well, actually, I could see all that. Like, it's hard to criticize this. I'm sure that it would be easy for someone else. Somebody else. How about you? Why am I doing this? Why do I have to do all the work? Somebody else needs to do a review of this and talk about all the problems with it. It was a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun. I think that this is why I really enjoy whenever I see other people working on, like, narrative stuff, and I kind of have a heart for people who don't have any budget and they still are willing to put stuff together and make stuff happen, because you can, and it can be a lot of fun. And I learned a ton about, like, green screen, about what not to do whenever making that sort of stuff, and had a lot of fun with it. It's fun to look back. All right, well, I hope you guys all had a Merry Christmas. Wow, what a fun episode. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a Merry Christmas. I'll talk to you all later. What? I just said the same thing 10 times. All right, good night. Big shout out to the people who pledged to me on Patreon and or subscribestar.com/saygoodnightkevin. You can check me out on either one of those. Some people have told me that they have some qualms about supporting Patreon, and I can't say that I blame them. Either way, I'm gonna keep my Patreon, but also provide a second option. It's basically the same thing. Any rewards that you would get on Patreon, you can also get over on Subscribestar. You could do both if you want. I don't know why you would do that. It's an alternative. I mean, it's good. It's kind of like backing up your hard drives, you know? You don't want to just have one hard drive, so it's good to have a backup. Thanks so much to the Lawson family, Amanda and Rachel Stewart, and Jacob and Emily Rugrock. That's all I gotta say. I'll see you guys very soon. Good night.
Go away! Leave me alone!